So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have the Prime Connect Eclipse wireless mouse. Now, for anyone wondering, there's nothing special about it. It doesn't seem to light up or anything like that. This is a product that's about $5 from Five Below. It has a 2.4 gigahertz connection. It does have 3 DPI settings. For the person wondering what that is, it's right over here. It means the mouse cursor speed. So sometimes you may have a smaller monitor or a bigger monitor and you want it to be more responsive, so you have the option of switching that. We'll try that in this video. It does support multiple devices, not multi-point, but it means that you can click it to a 2.4 gigahertz connection. And if you have a dongle on top of that one for USB-C support or something like that, you're pretty much good to go. But for today, we're going to try this on a laptop. So with that being said, $5 before taxes after Five Below. Is it worth it? Let's check that out today. Oh, one last thing. It does take a AA battery, which I have right here, ready for the video. So we're prepared. Let's get right into it and not waste any time. So once you tear open the plastic, this is the only thing that comes inside of the mouse. This is actually underneath all of the plastic. So when you tear this open, make sure that you rip open all the paper and you'll find this underneath. Even though you don't really need it, to be honest with you, it just gives you the specifications of the mouse itself. Outside of that, there's pretty much nothing else in here that's worth noting, so you don't really need this. Now, the part that matters is the bottom of this. This actually slides out right here, as you can see. And then you have your 2.4 gigahertz dongle right here. And then you have your actual battery slot. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this in right now for the person that's wondering. Boom, the red light came on. It means the battery works. And when you flip this over, this will just fall out automatically. And all you have to do is just place this back to where it was and it snaps right in. Now, I do notice right away, this is pretty cheap, to be honest with you, because if you're looking at this, look at the groove right here. This actually came pre-damaged when I got it. And the interesting part is that I actually saw many different scroller mouse pads and all of them had some form of, not all of them, but the black ones had some form of cosmetic damage. So if you're wondering, no, I actually tore this out of the plastic. I didn't even use it yet and it already came pre-damaged, but you do have different colors. I think there's like a pink one-ish, like a peach color, and then they do have a green one. I was going to go with those, but I decided to go with black because I have a laptop over here that I'm going to use this with on a daily basis when I'm at work. And I was like, hopefully this is good enough to use. But yeah, this is the left click right here. You have the right click. I don't know why this is bent the way that it is. It's supposed to be like this, I guess. But for whatever reason, I guess that's quality control. As you can see, this should not be bent like this. But, you know, imperfections are going to happen when you go to Five Below because they are buying, I'm not going to say off-brand stuff, but they're buying stuff from companies that aren't really that reputable. Like sometimes they come across, you'll come across something in Five Below that's really, really good. And I do that all the time. There'll be a speaker or some type of headset, and I'm like, surprisingly, it's very, very good. But then you also get stuff like this where the design is interesting, but outside of that, it's just cheap. You can just see the cheapness written all over it. So this is bent in the wrong spot. So I'll probably get that replaced eventually. But anywho, not a bad looking mouse so far. I thought the design would be interesting. Maybe you guys like it too. But more importantly, how does it actually work? Let's test that out right now. So I have the mouse right here. This is the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, and this is actually a laptop I got from the pawn shop. I'll review this in a little bit later. I got it for like $300. It's actually really good for the asking price. Anyway, I'm gonna plug this to the side, all right? So for anyone wondering, this is just plug and play. It doesn't require you to download any software. If your computer does download any software, just for the drivers for this to work, it's gonna do that automatically while connected to the internet. But outside of that, it is just plug and play. And let's test it right now. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it is working, as you can see. So you have your left clicks right here. Then you have your right click right here. Now, it doesn't tell me how to actually use the DPI settings. So I'm going to assume this is the scroller right here. I'm going to click that in. Did it make a difference? Click it in again. Let's see, does it feel different? Okay. To be honest with you, it doesn't really feel different when I click this in. Does it? Let me try to do small circles. Okay, click it in. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. So it seems like if you click this mouse pad and the scroller part right here, It seems like that's how you change the DPI setting on the mouse. I could be wrong about that, but I do feel a difference when I click into it. So when I move side by side, I feel like the cursor is moving faster with the same key press whenever I click this in. So you just find a setting that's more comfortable to you. But yeah, it works fine. As a matter of fact, this is just a flat table. I don't have any type of mat on here whatsoever, and it's working perfectly fine. So this isn't a bad mouse, don't get me wrong. Outside of the physical problem that it has right here, which is it was shipped that way, this doesn't really seem to be a terrible mouse. It's bare bones basic. You're not going to get any specialized software. There isn't going to be any specialized key press with it. It's just simply plug and play and you're good to go. And the good thing about it is that you can actually store this USB back into the mouse pad whenever you're not using it. And this is so thin, like a bar of soap, that you could basically just throw it in your book bag and not have to worry about it. But so far it feels okay. And like, don't get me wrong, I normally use the more ergonomic mouses with the designs where it's easier for your hands so you don't get carpal tunnel. But I don't think this is bad. My fingers are completely stretched out on it and it feels very comfortable. Though I will say that my hands are really big, so a mouse pad, if you have big hands, I wouldn't suggest this because it's going to feel like you have to squeeze your fingers and you might actually get carpal tunnel or soreness in your fingers, and you don't really want that. It's always better to use a mouse that's more catered to your hand for maximum comfort, because if you're going to be on your computer for long periods of time, you know, cramping and things like that do happen. So just be mindful of that. But if you're buying this for yourself, you have smaller hands, or you just want something that's easy to throw into the bag so you can just do a little report, type something up, it's always nice to have a mouse. To be honest with you, I can't stand not having a mouse on a laptop because I don't really care for the pad itself. This is just good enough for me while I'm at work and I'm using FL Studio like over here. Let me show you guys FL Studio real fast. This video is pretty much done, but here we go. So it's easier for me to like click and left click these things rather than using a mouse pad, which could be a lot harder to left click. It requires more work. Like, I'm not very proficient with the pad. But outside of that, it works very well. I don't feel like there's any lag whatsoever when it comes to clicking on the icons right here. Like, it responds right away. Cheaper mice may not respond, but the signal's pretty strong. I'm not mad about this. This is not bad for the asking price. It's one of the reasons why I bought this in the first place. Anyway, with that being said, let's close out this video. Is it actually worth the asking price? So is this worth $5? Yes, I think it is. Now, when you go to the store, mine obviously has imperfections and I didn't notice this part here. I did see this, but I didn't really care because it was just for a review. My suggestion is to buy one and make sure that you inspect it, because this came shipped damaged the way that it is, but it doesn't affect the actual performance. If you get it in the store, you shouldn't have this problem, but you should always double check your products. Like I just said earlier, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's not bad for the asking price. Now, what I will also say is if you want to spend a little bit more money, maybe $10, $6.99, $7.99, well, $10 for a mouse, my suggestion is to go on Amazon or check out a store called Micro Center. And no, they didn't pay me for that ad. I just happened to just throw that in there. I used to go to Micro Center all the time. I don't really have the time anymore, but it's an actual computer store, and they have mouse combos along with keyboards, all-in-ones, and so many different things for reasonable prices, in my opinion. Though most people are probably going to use Amazon. That'll be your best bet. But at least in Micro Center, you can see the product up front before you actually purchase it. But if you just need a mouse real fast and you go to Five Below, this is wireless. It works well. I don't have an issue with it whatsoever. I'm not sure how long the battery life is going to be. It's based on how much this mouse drains batteries, so that's just give or take. But outside of that, it's definitely worth the asking price if you just need something to get to where you need to be. Anyway, like and subscribe like always. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.